Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Right, so today I'm probably gonna try and start welding these puppies together. And then I'm gonna quick save before I do it, but then we're gonna try and make a turn with the ship and see how it reacts with that many gyroscopes. Also, I was thinking, generally speaking, we will double this, the amount of gyroscopes we have over here. And why are you... what the hell? That's weird. But yeah, we're obviously gonna double up on the gyroscopes over here. And then I was thinking, if that is not enough, what we could technically do is to leave one block free, and then here comes the ramp, and then here there's just gonna be another wall. So there's gonna be gyros on that side as well. And then in the middle, basically, you just have the stairs going up. So and then maybe a little nook where you can crawl into the actual room in between. But we'll see how far we get with one wall of gyroscopes, so to speak. So yeah, we'll see how far we get. So I think I'll have to do 2 trips per gyro at least when it comes to the metal plates or the steel plates. So this is gonna take a while here. And then also we need 50 metal grids per gyro, but that's probably the worst thing to get. So yeah, it's actually kind of interesting because I think if you watch this video, it was the day before yesterday. For me, it was yesterday. It was on Monday. I don't know if you guys who watch this, if you're watching the football right now, or the soccer, or whatever you call it in your vicinity, if you watch the Euro Cup, because I'm not a big football fan. But I do watch the World Cup and the Euro Cup. For some reason, I'm not quite sure why I watch them. Maybe it's somehow the international competition, maybe that's it, or I don't know. But also, I'm not a particular fan of any team. I just like to watch the competitiveness. I like watching cool games with lots of goals and But I have to say, on Monday, Switzerland played against France, and I was fully expecting Switzerland to fail, and I think that was the best match I've seen this whole freaking tournament. It was on the edge of your seat crazy. I loved it. It was really cool to see, but yeah. Oh man. Never imagined that we would kick out France in a tournament like that, but hey, there you go. So my video preview is a bit sketchy. Might restart the recording in a second here just to make sure it's recording properly. Because right now it looks a bit weird. Oh, also, hold on, I think my fan is still on. I'm sure you can hear that. At least to me it felt like it is very audible, the fan, even though when I'm recording I tend to point it away from myself a bit, so it actually, the stream of wind is basically behind me, but obviously the audio is still, the mic is still picking it up quite audible, I feel. It's just very warm at the moment, although the weather is crazy. About an hour or two ago, the sky was dark and really, gray, and it was the mood was like world-ending apocalypse, and now the sun is shining again and it looks like a beautiful summer day. It's really crazy. Also, it's kind of annoying or weird because normally with these temperatures I'm always looking forward to rainstorms and just heavy rain. I just like it. I think I mentioned that before. I'm a fan of rain for some reason. I just like watching it. I like hearing the noise of the raindrops on the roof and window. But at the same moment, I know if there's another rainstorm in the next few days, I mean, we already have a lot of like flooding problems in certain parts of Switzerland, so it's gonna get worse even. So it's kind of weird because I would love it to rain again, but Jesus Christ, man. Weather is getting more extreme every year. At least it feels like that to me. Well, yeah, that's where we're headed, I suppose. Where was I? Yeah, here. How many gyroscopes are these even? I think we even counted them at one point, but yeah. That was last week. That's so long ago, I can barely remember. Also, we had like a crazy weekend with lots of friends over, lots of good times. So oftentimes it will be hard to remember things after weekends like that. Although to be fair, I do drink, but I'm not like such a heavy drinker that I forget stuff or that I do things that I would later, regret. Which is kind of, I think that's a good vibe to have, you know, being able to drink, but, you know, not getting crazy while doing so, I guess. And, you know, actually, I think the last time I had to throw up because of drinking was when I was 16. Because back then I had like no scope of what is enough. And I think that was really like my body trying to figure out where my limit is, and now my body pretty much knows. And when I drink a lot, my body at some point, basically my throat almost like blocks itself off, and I cannot drink anymore. It's physically impossible. And that's a cool reflex to have, because even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Because it's really like a physical rejection. It's kind of crazy, but it works. It works really well, so I never have a problem with that anymore. You know? But yeah. Let's just make a bit more steel plates, because we're gonna use a lot here. And I mean a lot. But at least it's a good thing that these, the gyroscopes do not use any of the, like, the super crazy heavy components, you know? No batteries, no radio components, medical components, stuff like that, you know, or the, I don't know, gravity components, they're crazy. But yeah. Only a few more, and then we're gonna just get some construction components, and we'll just spread it all over the board. And once we have one side ready, I really want to try and make the ship turn, just to see how it feels. Although it's gonna be difficult to, you know, assume what double the turning speed is gonna be. I'm not quite sure we can really imagine that, but you know, we're gonna try. We're definitely gonna try. So, but yeah, I think probably 2 sides is enough. Even if 2 sides is not enough, as I said last time, we still have some spare like places on the side where we can slap gyroscopes on. So I don't think we will need that like additional wall placement. I hope. I mean, I might be completely underestimating this ship's weight, but I hope it's gonna be fine. But I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think in a few, once I get all the steel plates in here, I'm just gonna kick my recording down and gonna build it up again, just so to make sure that there's no weird glitches. Because I don't know, like in random intervals, meaning like sometimes once a month, sometimes twice a month, my recording just is weird, you know? Basically, when I look at my preview, it's like delayed by a lot. I know it's delayed normally, that's fine, but it's delayed by a lot. And then, you know, it happens that somehow basically the recording tries to catch up with itself, and then it starts to skip through things, and that's when you lose footage. And I'm trying not to do that, but yeah. Unless it's sometimes you know, to catch that, because of course I you know, every once in a while I'll have a glimpse at my second monitor, but oftentimes it's when I'm not doing anything too complicated. So it's not while I'm flying. That's when you would probably notice it the most. But it's probably when I'm like welding like this, then I'm looking over and yeah, of course I'm welding. But it's like the welding from 2 seconds ago and not the one right now, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a difficult thing to catch sometimes. And I don't know what causes it. Sometimes I had it after a complete restart of the computer. Sometimes it is when the computer has been running a while. It's I don't know, man. I mean, at one point I will get a new graphics card too. My 1080 is I mean, it still does exactly what it needs to do. It's still good enough, but you know, maybe next year I'm getting an upgrade again. I mean, it's kind of the beautiful thing about computers, I suppose, that, you know, like, you can basically have the same computer and just upgrade it. Like, I think I always do like 4 or 6 year cycles with things. I think, like, last year I upgraded RAM and motherboard and CPU. And now this year, next year I'm probably gonna upgrade the graphics card, you know. And that also helps out with spreading the cost out a bit. Because if I would buy everything at once when new stuff comes out, I would be a poor boy. So, give me a second to restart the recording, and then we'll continue to construction. Alright, no idea if it's better now, but I just hope. Okay, so let's make a few thousand more of those, and now we're gonna go and get some construction components and go over this whole array again. Well, at least we should be able to get a few sorted with this. At least 12. Yeah, of course. So we need, what's that? 14 plus 40 is 54 more. 54 more. Okay. 54. And then I'm also gonna take some metal grits, which hopefully I'll not have to do 17 trips to do those. Let's see. Actually, we're gonna start from the top here. Okay, so 50 metal grits per, yeah, that means probably, let's see how much we can get on with one load. 78, that's fair, so I'm probably gonna, like, make 1.5 every, or like every trip, yeah, every trip we're gonna do 1.5 of them, pretty much. That's nice, that's decent. I should really park that freaking vessel somewhere else. I like flew into it once already and I near missed it like 7 times in the last 5 minutes, so it's just, you know, just a tiny bit. There you go. That makes it a bit better, doesn't it? Okay, where were we? There we go. Yeah, it's going fine. We're having progress. And we don't need to make new metal grades, do we? No. We should still have more than enough. Actually, after this, there's not much more that needs to be constructed. At least not that many more special blocks. A lot of, like, hull work has to be done afterwards, for sure. But, like, special blocks? Not so much anymore. So yeah, probably not needing much more of that. I mean, the crazy... Oh, Jesus. That was close call. One of the craziest things we'll have to do once we're finished is basically like a functions test to see if everything works correctly and everything is put together correctly. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Big pain. Like, huge pain. Unimaginable. But, you know. Or we could just basically say, well, we'll check the most important systems and then we just YOLO, you know, just go, yeah, if something malfunctions, we'll have to fix it on the fly. It's what space engineers do. So, yeah. We could do that too. I mean, the most important thing probably is that the refinery needs to work, like, from loading dock to refinery needs to go. Solar connections, well, just solar panels should be enough to make us sustainable during non-flight. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So everything else is secondary, and there's a lot of decoration on the ship that, yeah, technically we're probably never gonna use it. But hey, there you go. Okay, let's see, where are we here? Oh, we're almost done here. Yeah, we'll probably need a bit more than one trip here. Just a bit. We'll have to keep an eye out on how much we need, and then the next one will be the big pipes. Although I think we might be able to just pull that off in 1 or 2 flights. That's 28 of the grids. $19 pipes, okay. I think it's 4 per, yeah, 4. Should be able to get this in one go, right? 30. Let's see how far we get with this. Of course not. We need 8, 12, 15, I believe, and then we'll just grab a bunch of computers. Computers. We almost got them ready. Oh, it's only 5 computers per thing? Well, okay. I think I hit everybody. Okay, let's get ourselves the motors. And I think 100 motors should be more than enough. Let's just take some steel plates with us as well. You know, we can just start to put some of these in as well. There we go. Here we go. Now these will probably drain on the gyroscopes, like on the batteries as well, like crazy, but there they are. Actually, we can check on the batteries how we're looking. Charge time 6 days. We can technically turn from here, so we're gonna do a quick save here. So we're just gonna rename this just so we have another. Let's do save first, and then we're renaming this. That's just number 544. I don't know. I don't even know why it's called 543. Okay, that is slow, but I have the feeling with a second array we might get fairly to a let's say a relatively decent turn rate, perhaps. Huh. Alright, okay. What do we have in our inventories? Oh, just come, yeah. Let's get some steel plates, and we'll start putting on the second part of this whole thing. Or do we weld this finish? Yeah, let's actually weld this side finish. At least these parts here. So we have at least something to show for at the end of the episode. And not just more construction. You know, like scaffolds and stuff. Oh yeah, also I started playing Minecraft again. Friends of mine actually set up a server again. With which apparently a new patch that came out. I wasn't aware. But there's so much stuff in this game that I don't know about. It's crazy at this point, but I love it. We're just playing on our own little server, just screwing around, doing random stuff. It's lovely. But my god, that game has grown since its inceptions. And I remember back in the day when I started playing Minecraft, I think it was my brother who said, "Oh, you have to check this thing out. It's kind of like playing with Legos, but on a PC." I think that's how he described it to me. And back in the day, it was just basically... I think you could also play it in a browser. That was the funny part. But it was basically just a version of creative mode, but on a super limited map. Like, I think 64 by... Was it 64 by 64 blocks? Or it was like something like... Or was it just 64 chunks in total? It was some weird limitation. Very small. But you could, you know, you could just screw around and build things. That was fun. And from that day on, I played it every once in a while, you know, more or less regularly. And this is one of these games that has just stood the test of time, in my opinion. You know? And there has been a lot of games that came along and tried to copy it or copy parts of it. I mean, if you want to be harsh, you can say Space Engineers kind of builds upon Minecraft in a certain way as well. You know, and of course, everything that is kind of like a block-based building game is going to be compared to Minecraft at some point. And it's not always fair because Space Engineers, for example, has a lot of things that it has that can stand on its own. But in the end, I think that game paved the road for a lot of other games. There's always like a forerunner of like a trend. Minecraft was that for the block building game, and you know. But there's a lot of other examples like Left 4 Dead for the four-player co-op zombie shooter. Things like Dota, and I mean like the original Warcraft 3 modification, like the multiplayer map Dota for the battle arenas. I mean, there might have been other games that did it before that, but these are like the ones that remind me of that genre, you know? Right, here we go. So, at least we can say that we have, you know, done this. That actually looks kind of cool from here. Gyros, 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 gyros. Now I'm hungry. Well, anyway. Let us continue over here. Yes, and we'll have to start by putting all of these blocks in here as well. Oh, Utiki. I'm now convinced that T stands for teasing, because that thing is teasing me all the time. It really is. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, that's a bit small for our ship. Just a tiny bit. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? What am I doing? My finger's too quick for my mouse hand, I think. Is that what that is? Or the other way around. Whatever makes more sense. Right, and now these blocks, of course. And I think we'll, just in preparation for next time, we'll weld all of this as well. Just so we don't have to bother with that next time and we can go into the real construction. Yeah, we did it on this side too. Okay, let's start. Because if you don't start somewhere, you're never gonna finish. Right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, etc, etc. Wisdoms for your life, eh? Okay. Fine. Yes, yes, I will recharge in a minute. Hold on. There we go. Yo! Oh, that was... I parked it now like 2-3 meters away from its original position, and I still almost decapitated myself upon the solar wings there. God damn. It's not always easy being a space engineer. And fully charged. The Ubercharge is ready. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and with that, then, basically our whole backside here is finished. Which is amazing. Again, there might be some slight modifications to the exterior once we're completely done and have encased everything we needed. But, yeah, I'm quite happy with what we have achieved so far. Okay. Right, here we go. Good, and then in the same vein, kinda, we want to have this front section done as well. Because this is basically the other side of this coin, of this medallion. Although, to be fair, here it doesn't need this, obviously. But we'll need to do this over here. This, obviously, is what we need. Just gonna connect it all the way up to the top. Right, yeah, we're just gonna do it like that. That's easier. Ah, blast! Damn my fingers. There you go. 1, 2. Yeah, we still need a bit to go here. Jesus. You know, sometimes I forget the scale of this ship. I'm like thinking, yeah, we should reach the end by now. And then I'm like, oh yeah, they're right. No, the ship is actually big. And even then, it's probably not as big as some other people build. But hey, I don't know. There you go. All up to the top. And then in between, there's going to be all the necessary pieces. Oops. I didn't want to delete that fully. I just want to make sure that I don't forget to weld this after I come back. Yeah, let me just at least finish off this second, like, the pillar on the other side, and then maybe place all the blocks in between. And then I'm relatively happy. Because then at least next time we can start mirroring the freaking the look. Oh, already empty. Jeez. That was fast. Did I not, like, carry enough with me? Did I, like... Or was I so fast just now? Curious. Okay, and now these. Probably wouldn't need to weld these right now, but, you know. Work done is work done. Right. Yeah, we're just gonna... 2 more minutes, I think, and then I'm gonna quit it for today. That was a good progress, I would say. I mean, soon enough, the whole handle is gonna be finished. Which means access is gonna become a lot more difficult from here on out. Right. Almost finished. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Yeah, one more load and we're gonna be done. Just one more. Booyah. First this. And now we'll just start placing all of this. You know, now that I'm playing Minecraft again, I start to miss things from Space Engineers in it. The jetpack, for example. I know there's like wings in Minecraft, but they're really hard to get, I think. And I'm not sure they function the same way as a freaking jetpack does. But yeah, I'm missing that. Alright, there you go. Almost done. Just 2 more rows. And booyah! Okay, you know what? I can just place the gyros, why not? So it's on this height here, or in this block, facing downwards, as we said. There we go. So this is all ready for next time. Let me actually just dump the steel plates into here, the rest. So we have a head start on next time. Cool. But yeah, I really have the feeling that we will have enough gyroscopes, at least for now, to turn the ship. And we still have room for improvement, which is also nice. Because, of course, as we add more bits to the hull... It's gonna add some more bulk to it, and it's gonna make the ship turn slower again. So it might be good to just have a bit more spare room in there. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.